Who sent you, bro? Who sent you, boss? Who sent you? I'm promoting positivity and love, bro.
Top of the morning, boys. Welcome to the channel, Mac Dacto Bill. Alright, boys. This is the current conditions. Alright, boys. So I'm waiting for a package on something that I've been waiting for a minute so that we could get started. And moving on with today's video, let's carry on. Like, it's raining right now. Alright, check it out, boys. We've been waiting for this. Alright. We are back in action, boys. Alright. So we have a 2, 3, 4 door PJ AK 99 to 2000 Civic driver quarter panel. Yeah, I know what I'm going at. This is that time. You guys see it doesn't have the cutout. This could be slash used for a hatch. In this case, a coupe. Wanna waste no time doing what we do the motor swap. I'm waiting for my boy to come back from vacation to help me out. So it's raining like crazy, so why not start the body work? These are the videos that you guys are waiting for. This is the quarter panel we're gonna use, and I'm gonna show you guys the side that we're gonna use and how things is looking like. So let's get it. Alright, so this is the side we're looking at that we're gonna be fixing. Obviously, the new quarter panel covers someplace around here. Comes at an angle, someplace like that. Comes up over here and end up over here. Because on the hatch it would end up right at the end. So we just need to fix up over here, so that should be good enough. Just gotta trace where more abouts I needed the new one, so we could start cutting, trim what we don't need here. Don't prime this up before we start welding things. I'm gonna see if I could fix up this little edge, trying to match it up a little bit so it's kind of sealed. Everything else is sealed. Usually I don't do these inner liners. A lot of people ask me how to do them, so we just simply we use the template and trying to match it up as best we can, fiberglass it before we seal it. So those are things that I'm looking at. The bottom is going to be a 2-part video, probably 3 couple episodes, because it's a bottom piece that they sell for here that covers the whole thing, rather than being making them custom like I've been doing for years, showing you guys in the channel. So we'll cover that in the future. Right, so we're gonna try to test fit this so that I could estimate, start cutting things. I know it's raining. These are things that's not supposed to get wet. But if I would have put it in the car, I would have rinsed it out, washed it, whatever, dry it. Fiberglasses, so no excuses. Waiting on the weather, things do not happen. So I'm gonna show you guys more likely what I'm thinking at, how I'm gonna do it. So stay tuned. So this is the quarter panel, obviously. Still got my bumper on and everything. Kind of want to over put it on just to see what we're looking at. Put it on like that, macking it up. Of course I have to go down more because it goes along with the side molding. Again, something's got to get modified, trimmed down. For what I see, I have a guideline here for the gas tank to get caught off. So that's pretty dope. So yeah, nothing to it. First thing I gotta do is get rid of this. This would be for the use on a EK hatch. In the case of the coupe is longer, obviously. So we gotta get rid of this wall. Trim here as close as we can. And that way we have a plain canvas so that we could start tracing on and line this up with the gas tank. That's the first thing you want to do. And then we estimate how high we need, how long we need. Obviously we're gonna use the whole quarter panel over here. So we'll see where and how we go about with this quarter panel. So now that I know more likely where my lined up is gonna be right there. Yep, we're just gonna trim this down for now. Dry it up first, obviously. Trim this area. I might want to cut like an inch, just an inch, pause on the inch part. So I got extra to go up here on top. And yeah, pretty simple, man. Trim that. Start trimming on the car and mount this quarter panel as soon as possible we can. Alright boys, quarter panel is dry. Dry it up quickly so it don't get rust right away. And it's looking good. If you guys see it's got like an imprint for where the gas tank should be cut off if you need to. So that's why I'm gonna follow it exactly. Now that I got this dried up, like I said, I have to trim this on the part over here. Trim this as straight as I can so I could use it to my advantage where we're gonna cut it. Because we do not gonna match it to the corner of the light. Obviously it's not a hatch, it's a coupe. That's different, that could be used because the shape is always the same. Like the bumper is gonna line up over here the same way. You know, the rocker is gonna always meet up there. So with the side molding over here as well. So if you take your time, this will work. It will save you a couple $100, maybe a couple thousand doing it yourself. All right, boys. Next step, we're gonna take a Sharpie and I'm just gonna trace out what I'm gonna cut. I don't want to get happy and cut extra. I'd rather cut more until I get everything perfect fitted. So this we don't need it because again, this corner edge is for like an EK hatch. This is the part that you eliminate. So we're gonna take a Sharpie, just like that. So this is gonna get trimmed. Now, since this don't follow the same pattern because it's for the hatch as well, I want to trim as close as I can, someplace around here to over here, so we had the most coverage. I don't got a ruler with me, so I use this. This is as straight as it's gonna get for me. So I lined it up. Something like that. That's how much I'm cutting off from here until we test fit it on the car itself, and we could determine if we need that much or a little lesser. But we getting rid of this whole corner along with this bottom. So again, I want to save this over here as well. Since I don't know when I cut off if I'm gonna have this inner lip, I'm keeping this lip, or this is getting cut off, boys. All of it. This whole corner. So if you guys doing the EK coupe using this, that's how much you have to do. If you gotta do a hatch, better to take out your light and use this, because most likely on the corner, this corner is gone and you would like to use this. But I'm going to save this for something else in the future. We just cut in the excessive metal so that we could put it and mac it up and see how things is gonna start lining up at. Let's get it. So we got the tank going on in case of rain sprinkles. We could start macking up this quarter panel in the other side. Car is looking money. It was getting dirty a little bit because of the rain. But overall, love how the lights is looking. Speaking of lights, been waiting for this package. Shout out and my love to Axedo lights. These are your 96 to 2000 LED lights. This is my collaboration. Shout out from them. They reached out on Instagram. They are promoting a coupon code for the Mac Doctor family. Make sure you look up the description and the link below. Use the 15% code from the Doc family. Shout out to Axedo for keeping us in mind. We'll be covering soon a review and an install on the Black Widow. This is what the package look like. These are the 903, H4, HB2. They got different applications for different vehicles. There are high brightness, long lifespan, plug and play, and off-road settings. Your product specifications, the operating voltage, the IP rating, the light source, the color temperature, your operating temperature, your operating life, up to 50,000 hours, your housing materials, aviation aluminum. You can't beat it, boys. Again, my love and thank you for the collaboration to the Mazda family, to Axedo LED lights for your 96 to 2000 lights for EK Civic. That being said, let's carry on. Cut the grass. I had to rinse out the EK real quick because the grass growing on the side sticks to the paint. So just a quick rinse. The rims, they were really dirty too from the mud. So I give it a quick rinse, let it dry, and we could proceed to mac up the quarter panel today. Alright boys, so the quarter panel is sort of macked up. You guys see half the part that we cut off on both angles. Made it fit there. We got a bumper to beginning. So what I'm debating is if I put the whole quarter panel like this or just cut what's needed, because I am getting a piece that comes over here entirely, the whole piece. So trying to figure out, this is how things is looking. Now that I got in place, I'm gonna estimate over here what more like I have to trim the gas, if I have to go a little lower, so we could start cutting and eventually mac this up today. That's my goal. So with that being said, let's get it. All right, you guys seen I traced it with a Sharpie. That guideline is what we're gonna follow. I'm not doing metal to metal because it leaves gaps when you don't weld it sometimes, so people lean against the metal. Even with fiberglass, it will lean to cracking. So I like to leave like a little bit less than ½ inch boarding all around the framing, so the new quarter panel is gonna sit there, you know, I might just bring it at a little low because as we see, it's not the need they go all the way high, so I might just bring it high here, trim it down there as well. So we proceed to do that and come back. All right, boys, so the quarter panel is sort of marked up. More or less, this is where I'm gonna go at. So I'm gonna trade this again with the Sharpie line. So it'll be less of the metal that I put. It's not necessary to put the whole quarter panel, boys. Just because it comes brand new, you got the whole piece. If your metal's too savable, you don't need to go that high up. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just bringing it as less high as possible that I have to bring it. I wanna try to cut it off here, de-skin it as much as I need. So I'm gonna use my metal. I might not go all the way back here. May just come all the way over here, but use this round as a guide. Pause. So yeah, gonna trace where I'm gonna cut off, outline it, and start proceeding to cutting. Let's get it. All right, boys. The first step you wanna do when you're replacing or restoring a quarter panel, remove your side molding so you have better fitment. As you guys see, I have it lined up the way it goes. I got it with tape here. So I'm gonna do my aligning better, what I need. These ideas that was running, if I would have chose to cut out around the trimming, but I'm not going around with keeping all this corner. So I'm tracing this so we could do aligning, start trimming what we don't need, and get to this installation. With that being said, let's get it. All right, this outlining here with the wiggle line, this is how much we're gonna cut off. I'm saving this much in the bottom, so when I get the new piece, even though it covers the whole thing, I got a guideline to connect this to. Also, this got the beginning of the rocker panel to complete and fix the rocker panel, so I don't want to cut that off. I want to save as much possible here. This is excessive to put in here, so yeah, just gonna cut it off real quick, trim it, so we can proceed to install it. Let's get. All right, boys, this is all cut off. I sprayed some primer there. Once I put it in there, I can't go in there back unless I go to the back. Pause. Because I'm trying to prevent rust. But that's how it's looking like. I'm ready. Put you guys in a time lapse. Proceed to install this. We're using the pop rivet to install it on part 1. For part 2 in the future, when we get this cover, we work this area along with the quarter panel, spot weld it in the spot we need to, grind it down, and we proceed to fiberglass it. But today, just marking it up. I'm tired of looking at that hole, so I want to cover it up today, and it's going in. With that being said, let's get it. Alright boys, quarter panel is macked up in place. This rivet, normally if I wasn't gonna weld it, I just grind down the heads and you are able to filling around and sand it and blend that in. I'm waiting until I get my other piece from here so I could decide what I'm gonna do, how much it covers, so that I could grind down from here up the metal again, spot weld it all around until we seal it all around. So that's the goal. But this also could be done like this with rivets. Done them in the past when I didn't know how to weld back in the days. Like I said, in order to get a nice finishing job, if you don't know how to weld and you don't got welding skills, you could do this. Grind down your heads where they are flat. I'll show you guys that in the future. If you haven't seen that, you're new on the channel. And simple, just fill in the gaps, wait until it dries, sand it out, smooth it out, prime it, and you're gonna have that OEM look. Being that I don't have the next piece for over here, I cut it off because it was bad. We gotta clean over here in the rocker panel in the future. Obviously, I left the side skirt for reference wise. This is money. I'm happy. I was tired of looking at it with the hole, post with the hole. It's not there no more. But the next episode, it will be welded, fiberglass filled in. So we're getting someplace, boys. I'm excited to get this new piece coming up soon, so that we could finalize this part. But today's episode was macking up this and installing it. This is how I go about it. This is how I install it. Obviously, everything is gonna go welded around, the same around the gas tank. It's gonna get spot welded, tag filled in. It's gonna look money. But everything lined up with the bumper the way it should. It's hanging from the back because it's kind of off, but it's lined up perfect. I will go by where they meet in the inside. And this part over here, we gotta drummer out the hole for the side molding. We could do that in the future, but the quarter panel looking money. What I want to do for protection wise, because it's been raining like crazy, I won't be able to finish this in this video, maybe a couple days. So I simply gonna prime and flat black for now, so it's protected from the elements. That being said, let's get it. Boys, it's gonna be a wrap in this video and all the date type. Not that we intended to finish this today. To be honest, I was supposed to be in Bridgeport, Connecticut today. Shout out and happy birthday to my tia Julia, my family, the Justiniano family in Connecticut. I was supposed to be at a party today for her birthday and I missed the bus. Came out a little late, trying to get ready. They delayed the hour on the bus. So it's one of them days that I'm thankful for even doing this little bit today on it. But it's looking good, boys. Alright, the quarter panel is on and needs more primer. Obviously, I'm not worried about that. I was just to protect it for now. We don't see that hole no more, except the bottom. Disregard that, don't look at it. We get in the new panel for that, so give me a break. You know, little by little bit, Little things like that, you know what I'm saying? We could all do. I'm doing. I didn't want to do it right away, but I'm tired of just looking at the car here and not doing much. At least that, it gives me hopes. The car is getting there little by little. That we got to button up things on it, of course. Every single build does. That's the beauty of it. And I'm enjoying mine. But I want to thank and I appreciate every single one of you for subscribing, liking, commenting, staying tuned. Every new sub, every single one of you. I see you guys. I thank you. Little by little, we're doing big things in this channel. Also, I want to thank our Zero Lines again for coming aboard with the channel. Take advantage of that, boys. 15% off. Make sure you give our Zero a visit, the website, and take advantage of the 15% off. Give them some love. All right, boys. With that being said, car is looking mighty good for needing still a lot of work, but definitely put in the work. Sometimes it takes a little more than what we need to, but we get there. That's how it's looking, boys. Starting to look a little cleaner. We still got a lot of work to do, of course, but it's getting there. Slowly does it. All right, with that being said, I thanks and appreciate every single one of you for subscribing, liking, commenting, staying tuned. Till the next time. Peace.